playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. The Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Tigers' offense will go to work first. And, David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
Catch in the middle. It's small. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. 3rd down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle. It's small. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Tigers are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success, and now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Guys, let's talk about Memphis. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it back from in, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So TCU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
To the air, it's Gentry. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
And the ball comes to rest right there. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Wants to pass it. We've reached a break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? With the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 match.
He's got it, first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Tigers will have it first and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. From the gun, the ground game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Toss sweep right. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Scanning the field, it's Gentry. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Toss to the outside. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Off-play action on first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. To throw, it's Gentry. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clinton. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Oh, they're after him! And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
It'll be third and long. Back to throw, it's Gentry. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. This time it's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Recksteiner. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They're going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Hunt is on its way. And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to... player in the right flat. Nice job.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Slithers into space. Drills him with the stiff arm. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He'll pull it down and run. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And they'll mark this one at the 20-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll take a deep shot here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Caught over the middle. It's Reckstein. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Here we go, set.
Let's send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught. Gets away from one, finds room. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. Got the first down and more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They're going to ride this running back. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. Looks as if he'll have enough to give Memphis a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Pulls it in. It's Jefferson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the 4th quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Memphis. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Finds the tight end. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Gentry. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at him. Great job playing.
He'll take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting get it back. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Throws to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Gentry. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Finds some room. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The Hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Memphis picking up the tempo. Wants to go up top. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He'll set up to throw. Back's got it. They will score! Touchdown, Memphis! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12.
Base 27, jump.
Back to throw, it's Gentry. Here comes the heat. They knock him down in the end zone. That'll be a safety and put an exclamation point on this one. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's small. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.